It is Afterburn time once again in the Spicicus household. Today I have another pod courtesy of Alan Cole, one of my good friends here in Oregon. Unfortunately, he's not releasing these at this time. This is just an F3 generation strain, so probably be a couple more generations at the very minimum before he will deem it stable enough to disperse to everybody. But looks very similar, but this is the Oregon Venom Type 2. So it's perhaps a different makeup from the Type 1. If you didn't see that video, click the link in the description for that. It does look very similar though. You know, it's a lot fatter on the top and then it gets flatter on the bottom. As you can see, there's crevices all the way around, you know, a couple of nice deep crevices. So, the plants are very similar, both Type 1 and Type 2. Plants are very similar, 2 to 3 feet in height, I believe he said. Lots and lots of pods, and you don't have to stake them, so they're very sturdy and they can support all the pods. So, without further ado, here we go. Let's see if I can get this off. And again, it is, you know, when I took it off of the stem off of the Type 1, it was looked red underneath, and it's the same here. So I'm kind of wondering if it's roughly the same genetics. I'm going to cut down the crevice actually to see if that does anything. You gotta be kidding me, Alan. Oh, and it smells so evil. It smells frickin' evil. And it's very similar again. There's oil here. Oh man, my eyes are feeling it right now. There it is. I can see more of the inside of the pod this time, but there's still a good amount of placenta. There we go. I'm facing it the wrong way. There you go. There you go. This one has not as much placenta, but it's still got considerable amount of placenta. Alan, you son of a biatch. You the man. That might be my last words today. Okay. Type 2, Oregon Venom. God. 3, 2, 1, go. It's really sweet, this one. Oh. It's a much slower burn though. Oh, it's still there. It is almost exclusively tongue right now. It's going to migrate to the back of the throat as usual. It's hitting also actually now the top of the roof of my mouth, back of the roof of the mouth. Oh. Whoa. Al, what the heck do you put in these pods? What do you feed your pods, dude? I think people are going to want to go after you now. Get some pods from you. It is exclusively, or not exclusively, it's mostly tongue. To the back of the tongue. It's hitting the roof of the mouth. It's trying to just pierce my throat. Okay. The heat is still increasing. It's more floral than the Type 1. So it's more floral. It's not as fruity. I'm already starting to sweat. It's a combination of the lights and the fact that I don't have AC in the room and this pod. I'm actually doing a bit better on the Type 2 than the Type 1. That Type 1 was nuclear, like atomic bomb-like. This one is not as bad. Again, it's mostly now actually becoming more throat burn. And as you can see, I can talk more on this one than the Type 1. But don't be fooled. This is still a hot pot, folks. I don't see as much oil on the blade as the Type 1. But I prefer the Type 1's flavor. It's got a little fruitier flavor. The Type 2, though, is definitely not as hot. It is trying to get there. It's trying to, pepper gas, really, to mix with my throat. And trying to wreak havoc up here. But it's actually not as bad. So, that being said, it's still a gnarly one. Flavor-wise, it's quite nice, but it's not my favorite, but it's quite nice. Still prefer the Type 1 in terms of flavor, whatever flavor I got from that. Let's see here. Heat-wise, I don't know if it's plateauing yet. Still really getting a good aggressive punch on these. Heat-wise, I would probably put this around 8.75 out of 10. It is really, it'll pack a huge wallop, but it's not going to be as hot as Type 1. You can see I'm starting to suffer more now, though. It's starting to break down more in my system. And, there's really not much more else to say on this. Although the time limit's about to expire here for 5. Again, huge thanks to Alan Cole for sending these pods to me. Hopefully when these pods will stabilize more, you guys can get your hands on them. But there you go, 5 minutes are up. I don't know how I survived the other one. This one was a lot easier to survive. So if you haven't checked out Type 1, check that out too, because you get to see me really in pain. Anyway guys, that's all for this Afterburn video. Embrace that pain, and I'll see you in the next video.